you?
I'm good. This is Amy McDonald from Keller Williams in Stilwell. Can you tell me about yourself? Just tell me about Amy that's not the realtor.
So I am a wife to my husband, Jarod McDonald. We've been married for almost 12 years, and I have 3 sweet kiddos. We're from Westville, Oklahoma, and I've been in real estate for quite a while now.
How did you get into real estate?
So I have been in sales for quite a while. My previous job before real estate was network marketing. So I did network marketing for several years, probably 4 or 5 years, and we were getting up there to the top of our company, but then it started to kind of fall off. So we decided to switch careers, and I followed my best friend Heather into real estate. So I started out in real estate over in Tulsa several years ago at Aaron Catron and Company.
Great. Tell me about your specialties in real estate.
So I love buyers. Buyers is something that I really like to specialize in just because it's a lot of fun getting to be with clients and go look at homes and be there with them and kind of pick out and be the matchmaker to each home that they're needing and wanting. So I would say my specialty is probably buyers.
Earlier when we were talking before we turned the camera on, you said something that I absolutely loved. What did you tell me that you love the most about buyers?
So one of the things that I love about buyers is there's always a need. So with real estate, of course they need a buyer sell a home. We know that. But there's always something a little bit deeper than that. There's a need. So some people, when they come to us, they've maybe lost a loved one, and this is something that's very hard for them. They're having to sell a home that's maybe been in the family for a while, and there's a need there. They need comfort. Or maybe it's a first-time home buyer and they've got a sweet little family that's growing and they're having to hop into, a bigger house, and it's intimidating, but they're excited. So there's a need there. We have to figure out what that is, and we have to help them with that. So real estate's not really just about getting them to the closing table. There's always a need there. And I think that's the piece of the puzzle that I love the most, is figuring that out for them and being right there to help them, because it's one of the biggest transactions they're going to make in their life. And that special piece that I get to help them with is a big part of why I like real estate.
What is your favorite part of the job?
So I get to make connections that last a lifetime. I've got a client, and it's probably one of my favorite interactions so far, but I have a client that I closed a couple of years ago. They send my kids birthday cards. They call me once a month. They talk to me all the time about everything. They've been with me through some pretty hard things in my life, and we've pretty much adopted them as grandparents at this point. But I think that's one of my favorite things, is beyond closing, I get to talk to them for the rest of their life, and they remember me. They send people to me, and they're always in contact.
I love that. Tell me about your dream client. If you could have the perfect client, what would they be like?
I think some people would probably think it's the higher price points, but it's not for me. People who come to us excited to buy a home, and they're ready to listen and ready to just jump in there and to go to showings with us and not get frustrated, but be open to the process, because real estate really is a process. It's
Absolutely.
not just we look at the first home and we get them under contract and then it's easy up until the end. But I think my dream client is someone who just really trusts us. So from the beginning to the end, they trust us through each of those stages of the process and let us help them and guide them through it. And when we get to do that, it really does make it an easy process. So my dream client would probably be someone who just really trusts us, and they put all their trust into us to get them from beginning to the end.
So tell me about the geographical area that you work in.
So I primarily work in Adair County. So anywhere and everywhere in Adair County, we are pretty heavily all over the area, but we also have jumped into Arkansas. So this past year and a half, we've jumped more into Siloam Springs, Springdale, Rogers area, and that is starting to be one of our other normals. So we're licensed in both states, Arkansas and Oklahoma. So our normal over here in Oklahoma would probably be around Adair County, and our normal in Arkansas would probably be Siloam Springs, Fayetteville, Rogers, over that way.
Okay. What is the most important thing to know about you?
So the most important thing to know about me is I'm a mom too, and I honestly do care. I think sometimes in real estate, it's very easy to not see us as a person and someone that's just pushing paperwork and we don't care at all. But honestly, I take my work home with me, which sometimes is a good thing, I'm sure, and sometimes is a bad thing, but I honestly do care. I care that the client loves the home. I care that we get them to the closing table. I care that everything is exactly how they wanted it to be. So I honestly do care a lot about people, and I want to make sure that when I'm on the other side of their paperwork, that we not only get them to the closing table, but they're happy and they love everything that's happened all throughout the transaction.
I love that. Amy, thank you so much.
You are welcome. Thank you. I appreciate you coming by.
Absolutely.